Grow Anyway. Mastering the Art of Self-Investment. Written by Ronnie Rowland. Published by Growth Literacy Lounge. Life often presents us with moments when fear seems to take the wheel, steering us away from our ambitions and toward the safety of what we already know. In these moments, growth can feel like an impossible dream. Yet, it is precisely within these challenges that the seeds of transformation are sown. This book is about learning to grow anyway. What does it mean to grow anyway? It means refusing to let fear, uncertainty, or setbacks dictate the course of your life. It means stepping forward, even when the path is unclear. It's about transforming hesitation into bold action, doubt into resilience, and fear into a catalyst for profound change. Growth, after all, is not the absence of challenges but the ability to rise through them. Each chapter builds upon this central idea, offering tools and insights to help you redefine fear as a growth signal rather than a stop sign. Develop resilience to bounce back stronger from setbacks. Make bold investments in your relationships, career, and personal aspirations. Navigate uncertainty with adaptability and confidence. Create a ripple effect, inspiring growth in others through your journey. This is not a guide to avoiding fear, it's an invitation to embrace it. You will learn to thrive in its presence, finding strength in vulnerability and clarity in the unknown. Growth is not a linear path, but a cycle of falling, rising, and strengthening, and it is available to anyone willing to try. As you turn the pages of this book, my hope is that you find not only inspiration but also practical guidance. May you see every hesitation as an opportunity, every challenge as a stepping stone, and every moment of doubt as an invitation to grow anyway. Your journey is yours alone, but the tools to thrive are universal. The question is, will you take the first step? Chapter 1. The Fear Factor. Fear is not your enemy, it's your invitation to grow. Too often, fear is seen as a stop sign, a warning to retreat and seek safety. But what if fear is not here to hinder you but to guide you towards something greater? This chapter explores the nature of fear, its role in your growth, and how to reframe it as a catalyst for transformation. Fear is one of our oldest survival mechanisms. It is hardwired into our biology to protect us from danger, ensuring we avoid harm. While this instinct served our ancestors well in the face of predators and threats, in modern life, fear often surfaces in non-lethal situations: public speaking, taking a career risk, or pursuing a bold dream. The problem is not fear itself but how we interpret it. Instead of seeing it as a barrier, we can choose to see it as a beacon signaling growth. Psychologists call it the growth edge, the place where your current abilities are stretched to their limits. It's where discomfort arises and fear often follows. But it is also where the most significant transformations occur. Imagine standing on the edge of a cliff with a beautiful view ahead. The leap feels terrifying, but the rewards are unparalleled. Growth lives at the edge of fear. Common fears that block growth. 1. Fear of failure. This is the fear of falling short, of not meeting expectations. But failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of the process. 2. Fear of rejection. Whether in relationships, careers, or personal pursuits, the fear of not being accepted can hold you back. Yet, rejection is often redirection to something better. 3. Fear of the unknown. When outcomes are uncertain, fear can paralyze you. But the unknown is also where possibilities exist. Fear is like a signpost on the road of life, pointing to areas that matter most to you. If you fear it, it likely holds importance. Instead of running from fear, ask yourself, what is this fear trying to teach me? Consider Sarah, who dreamed of starting her own business but was paralyzed by fear of failure. She reframed her fear as a sign of potential. By starting small, launching her business as a side hustle, she built confidence and momentum. Today, her thriving business is a testament to the power of leaning into fear. Fear often disguises itself in subtle ways: procrastination, self-doubt, or the need for perfection. Recognizing these signs is the first step to addressing them. For instance, you might avoid applying for a promotion because you're not ready. But what if readiness isn't about being perfect, but about being willing? Understanding the science behind fear can help you manage it. When you encounter a perceived threat, your brain's amygdala activates, triggering a fight or flight response. This reaction is automatic, but your response to it doesn't have to be. By acknowledging the physiological roots of fear, you can begin to control how it influences your decisions. Practical strategies to face fear. 1. Name your fear. Clearly define what you're afraid of. Naming it reduces its power and makes it more manageable. 2. Break it down. Instead of tackling the entire challenge, focus on one small, actionable step. 3. Focus on the best-case scenario. Shift your thinking from what if I fail to what if I succeed. 4. Reflect on past wins. Think about times you've faced fears and emerged stronger. Use those victories as proof of your resilience. 5. Use visualization. Imagine yourself succeeding. This mental rehearsal builds confidence and reduces fear. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's the willingness to act despite it. Each step you take, no matter how small, builds momentum. Over time, you'll find that fear's grip weakens, replaced by a sense of empowerment and possibility. You don't have to conquer your biggest fear in one grand gesture. Start with micro leaps, small, manageable actions that push you slightly out of your comfort zone. These incremental steps build confidence and pave the way for bigger, bolder moves. For example, if you fear public speaking, start by speaking up in small group meetings. James, a seasoned professional, was terrified of switching careers after 15 years in the same field. The uncertainty felt overwhelming, but instead of letting fear paralyze him, he began by exploring new industries, attending informational interviews, and taking evening classes. Each step reduced his fear and increased his readiness. Today, James thrives in a new career that aligns with his passions. Fear can feel all-consuming, but it's important to remember that it is just one part of you. It doesn't define you. By separating yourself from your fear, you reclaim your power. Instead of saying, "I am afraid," try saying, "I feel fear, but I also feel excitement, curiosity, and determination." You don't have to face fear alone. Surrounding yourself with supportive people, friends, mentors, or coaches, can provide encouragement and perspective. Sharing your fears with someone you trust often diminishes their intensity and opens the door to new solutions. Fear is not something to eliminate, it's something to understand and embrace. It is your mind's way of alerting you to potential growth. The next time fear arises, instead of stepping back, step forward with curiosity. Ask yourself, what is on the other side of this fear? Chances are, it's the growth you've been seeking. Every step you take toward understanding and embracing fear is a step toward your best self. Fear isn't here to stop you, it's here to guide you. Are you ready to listen? Chapter 2. Transforming Fear into Momentum. Fear is not the end of the road, it's the beginning of movement. Once you've identified and reframed your fears, the next step is to transform that energy into momentum. Fear and excitement share the same physiological signals: a quickened pulse, heightened focus, and a surge of adrenaline. The difference lies in what you do next. Consider this. Fear has already put you in motion. Your heart is racing, your mind is alert, and your body is ready to act. Now, instead of freezing, lean into that energy. Recognize it as fuel, not a foe. When channeled effectively, fear becomes a powerful force that propels you forward. The most common reaction to fear is paralysis. We get stuck in the what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. But what if, instead of imagining failure, you imagined possibility? What if you saw fear as a sign that you're about to do something meaningful? Take athletes, for example. Before a big game, many feel a surge of anxiety. But they've learned to harness that feeling, turning nerves into focus and drive. You can do the same in your life. Instead of letting fear stall you, use it as a cue to take action. Momentum is not just a concept, it's a psychological principle. When you take one small step, even if it's imperfect, you create a ripple effect. That single action builds confidence, reduces fear, and makes the next step easier. Psychologists call this the progress principle. Small wins have an outsized impact on motivation and performance. For example, if you're afraid of public speaking, start by practicing in front of a mirror. Then, speak to a friend. Each step builds momentum, turning fear into excitement. Here are 3 strategies to transform fear into forward momentum. 1. Break it down. Fear often feels overwhelming because we focus on the big picture. Break your goal into smaller, actionable steps. 2. Focus on the first step. You don't need to see the entire path, you just need to take the next step. Let that step create momentum. 3. Reframe the outcome. Instead of fearing failure, focus on what you'll learn. Even if you stumble, you'll gain valuable insights that move you closer to success. Consider Sarah, a software developer who wanted to start her own company. The fear of leaving a stable job was paralyzing. But she started small, attending networking events, pitching her idea to friends, and creating a basic prototype. Each step built her confidence. Today she runs a thriving business. Or think about James, who overcame his fear of fitness by committing to a 5-minute daily walk. That simple habit grew into a full exercise routine, and eventually, a healthier lifestyle. James didn't conquer his fear all at once, he transformed it one step at a time. Momentum compounds. Every small action builds on the one before it, creating a snowball effect. As you take steps forward, fear loses its grip, and progress becomes your new default. Momentum works in a loop. Action builds confidence, confidence reduces fear, and reduced fear leads to further action. Understanding this loop can help you stay motivated even when progress feels slow. For instance, if you fear networking, start by sending a single email to someone you admire. Their response might inspire you to reach out to more people, creating a positive feedback loop. Setbacks are inevitable, but they don't have to derail your progress. Instead, view them as opportunities to learn and refine your approach. Every time you face a challenge, you build resilience, which strengthens your ability to maintain momentum in the future. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this setback that will help me move forward? Momentum isn't just for big goals, it applies to daily habits too. For example, if you want to eat healthier, start by adding one nutritious meal to your day. If you want to read more, begin with 5 minutes before bed. Small actions lead to lasting change when done consistently. Emily, an aspiring artist, struggled with the fear of putting her work out into the world. The thought of criticism kept her paralyzed. To overcome this, she committed to posting one piece of artwork on social media each week. The positive feedback she received motivated her to create more. Over time, Emily's confidence grew, and so did her audience. Her journey demonstrates how consistent action builds both momentum and courage. Practical exercises for building momentum. 1. The daily action plan. Write down one small step you'll take each day toward your goal. Celebrate completing it, no matter how minor it seems. 2. Accountability partners. Share your goals with a trusted friend or mentor who can encourage you to stay consistent. 3. Track your wins. Keep a journal of your progress. Seeing how far you've come can motivate you to keep going. 4. Visualization exercises. Imagine yourself successfully completing your next step. This mental rehearsal boosts confidence and reduces hesitation. Maintaining momentum requires managing your energy. Burnout can halt progress, so it's essential to balance effort with rest. Schedule breaks, prioritize self-care, and listen to your body's signals. Remember, momentum thrives on sustainability, not exhaustion. Surrounding yourself with a supportive community can amplify your efforts. Engage with like-minded individuals who share your goals or values. Whether through online forums, local groups, or close friends, having a network keeps you accountable and inspired. Fear is not a barrier, it's a doorway. By transforming fear into momentum, you unlock your potential and set yourself on a path of continuous progress. Each small step you take builds the confidence and energy needed to tackle bigger challenges. Remember, momentum is not about perfection, it's about persistence. The next time fear whispers that you're not ready, take a single step forward. Trust that action will guide you, momentum will carry you, and growth will follow. Fear is already moving you, now it's your turn to decide where to go. Chapter 3. Courageous Choices, Investing in Growth. Growth requires investment, and courage is the currency. At the heart of every significant leap forward is a decision, a choice to invest in yourself, your relationships, or your dreams. This chapter explores the transformative power of courageous choices and the tools to help you make bold investments in your future. Investing in growth often means venturing into the unknown. Whether it's enrolling in a course, starting a business, or committing to a relationship, fear can create doubt. What if it doesn't work out? What if I'm not ready? But here's the truth: you don't grow by playing it safe. Courageous choices are often the ones that change your life. Consider Alex, who hesitated to leave a stable job for an entrepreneurial venture. The fear of failure loomed large, but Alex decided to take a calculated risk. By starting small and building gradually, Alex turned a bold choice into a thriving business. Courage wasn't about eliminating fear but acting despite it. Why courageous choices matter. 1. They create momentum. Bold actions lead to breakthroughs, opening doors you never knew existed. 2. They redefine your limits. When you take risks, you expand your perception of what's possible. 3. They inspire others. Your courage can encourage those around you to pursue their own growth. Practical steps to make courageous choices. 1. Clarify your why. Understand the deeper reason behind your choice. Purpose fuels courage. 2. Start small. If a decision feels overwhelming, break it down into manageable steps. Bold doesn't mean reckless. 3. Embrace the unknown. Recognize that uncertainty is a part of growth and an opportunity for discovery. 4. Seek support. Share your goals with trusted friends or mentors who can offer guidance and encouragement. Meet Anna, a teacher, who always dreamed of becoming a writer but feared leaving her stable career. By starting with a part-time writing course and submitting short stories to local publications, she gradually built confidence. Today, Anna is a published author, proving that bold choices, even in small steps, can lead to extraordinary outcomes. The what-ifs often dominate our thoughts before making a courageous decision. What if I fail? What if I lose everything? Counter these fears by asking empowering questions. What if I succeed? What if this is the breakthrough I've been waiting for? Shift your focus from risk to possibility. Courage is like a muscle, it grows stronger with use. Start by making small courageous choices in your daily life. Speak up in a meeting, try a new skill, or say yes to an opportunity outside your comfort zone. Each act of courage builds the confidence needed for bigger decisions. Courageous choices don't just impact your life, they inspire others. When you take bold steps, you give those around you permission to do the same. Leaders, innovators, and changemakers all share this quality. They invest in growth not just for themselves but for the benefit of others. Practical exercises to cultivate courage. 1. Visualization. Imagine yourself successfully navigating the choice you're considering. Visualizing positive outcomes reduces fear and builds confidence. 2. Affirmations. Repeat empowering statements like, I am capable of making bold decisions, to rewire your mindset. 3. The Bravery Journal. Document each courageous choice you make, no matter how small. Over time, you'll see how far you've come. 4. Role models. Study the stories of people you admire who made bold choices. Let their journeys inspire you to take your own leaps. David, a mid-level manager, was offered an opportunity to lead an international team, a role he had never experienced before. Despite his doubts, he accepted the challenge, viewing it as a chance to grow. The experience pushed him out of his comfort zone, and he discovered skills he didn't know he had. Today, David credits that courageous choice as the turning point in his career. Failure is not the enemy of courage, it's its partner. Every courageous choice carries the risk of failure, but within that risk lies the potential for growth. Embrace failure as a teacher, not a threat. Each setback provides valuable lessons that shape your future decisions. Risk is often viewed negatively, but it's also where opportunities reside. Instead of asking, what might I lose? Ask, what might I gain? Shifting this perspective transforms risk into possibility and empowers you to make decisions with confidence. Emily had always dreamed of starting a nonprofit organization, but feared leaving her stable corporate job. She decided to test her idea by volunteering part-time while keeping her job. The experience validated her vision, and she eventually transitioned full-time to her nonprofit. Emily's story highlights how calculated risks pave the way for courageous choices. Sometimes courageous choices involve setting boundaries or saying no to opportunities that don't align with your values. Remember, every no creates space for a more meaningful yes. Being intentional about your decisions ensures that your investments align with your long-term goals. Practical tools for courageous decision-making. 1. The decision matrix. Evaluate choices by weighing potential risks against benefits. This structured approach provides clarity and reduces overwhelm. 2. The 5-second rule. When fear causes hesitation, count down from 5 and act immediately. This disrupts overthinking and fosters action. 3. Daily courage challenges. Commit to one small courageous act each day. Over time, these acts build resilience and confidence. 4. The support system audit. Surround yourself with people who encourage growth and challenge fear-based thinking. Acknowledging and celebrating your courageous decisions reinforces your ability to take risks. Whether it's sharing your story, journaling your experiences, or treating yourself after a milestone, Celebrating bold choices keeps you motivated. Courageous choices are investments in the life you want to create. They require risk, vulnerability, and trust in yourself, but the rewards are immeasurable. Every bold step expands your horizons, redefines your limits, and brings you closer to your true potential. As you face your next decision, remember courage isn't about being fearless, it's about acting despite the fear. Take that leap, invest in your growth, and trust that you have what it takes to thrive. Chapter 4. Building Resilience, Growing Through Setbacks. Resilience is the art of rising stronger after every fall. It is not the absence of setbacks but the ability to bounce back from them that defines growth. Challenges can feel like barriers, but they are also stepping stones, each one pushing you closer to your goals. This chapter explores how to harness resilience as a skill, transform setbacks into learning opportunities, and grow stronger through adversity. Setbacks are an integral part of the growth journey. They are not signs of failure but proof that you are pushing boundaries. The more you strive for meaningful change, the more resistance you will encounter. But here's the truth: every setback has a lesson, a gift, or a turning point hidden within it. It's up to you to uncover it. Take Clara's story as an example. As a designer, she poured her heart into her first clothing collection, but it failed to sell. Disheartened but undeterred, she sought feedback from customers and adjusted her designs to better meet their needs. The result? Her second collection sold out in weeks. Clara's ability to learn and adapt turned her failure into a springboard for success. One key to resilience is reframing how you perceive setbacks. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, view them as necessary challenges that prepare you for what lies ahead. Each difficulty sharpens your skills, enhances your problem-solving abilities, and builds your emotional fortitude. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself after a setback. 1. What did I learn? Identify the insights and lessons that came from the experience. 2. What can I control? Focus on the elements within your power to change or improve. 3. How can I move forward? Determine the next small step to regain momentum. Resilience is not something you are born with, it's a skill that grows stronger with practice. Think of it as a muscle that you can train through intentional actions and consistent effort. The more you face adversity and rise, the more resilient you become. Here are 5 strategies to strengthen your resilience muscle. 1. Reframe your perspective. Shift your mindset from I failed to I learned. Each setback holds valuable insights that can guide your next steps. 2. Develop emotional agility. Allow yourself to feel emotions like disappointment or frustration, but don't dwell on them. Process these feelings and use them as fuel for action. 3. Lean on your network. Surround yourself with supportive individuals who can provide encouragement, perspective, and constructive feedback. 4. Focus on small wins. Celebrate incremental progress, no matter how minor. The small victories build momentum and reinforce your belief in your ability to overcome challenges. 5. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness during tough times. Recognize that setbacks are part of the journey and not a reflection of your worth. Resilience operates in a predictable cycle. 1. The fall. An unexpected event disrupts your plans or progress. 2. The pause. You take time to reflect, process emotions, and assess the situation. 3. The rise. Armed with new insights, you take action and move forward. 4. The strengthening. Each cycle builds your resilience, making you more adaptable to future challenges. Embracing a growth mindset is essential for resilience. This means believing that your abilities can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. A growth mindset shifts the focus from outcomes to effort and from perfection to progress. When you view setbacks as temporary and surmountable, you are more likely to persist and thrive. David, a tech entrepreneur, faced a major setback when his product failed to secure investors. The rejection felt crushing, but instead of giving up, David sought feedback from experts and customers. By refining his business model and addressing concerns, he eventually secured funding and launched a successful product. David's resilience transformed a near defeat into a pivotal moment in his career. To make resilience actionable, try these exercises. 1. The reflection journal. After a setback, write down what happened, how you felt, and what you learned. Over time, this practice helps you identify patterns and growth opportunities. 2. The gratitude list. Focus on what is going well despite challenges. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is present. 3. Visualization. Picture yourself overcoming obstacles and achieving your goals. This exercise reinforces your belief in your ability to persevere. 4. The what if reframe. Instead of fearing the worst case scenario, ask yourself, what if this setback leads to my greatest breakthrough? Resilience doesn't just benefit you, it impacts those around you. When you demonstrate the ability to rise after setbacks, you inspire others to do the same. Leaders who model resilience create cultures of perseverance, adaptability, and innovation. Consider Jenna, a team leader who navigated her company through a challenging economic downturn. By remaining calm, transparent, and solution-focused, she not only saved the business but also inspired her team to embrace a resilient mindset. Jenna's story illustrates how resilience can create a ripple effect, empowering others to face their challenges head-on. Resilience is about more than just surviving setbacks, it's about thriving because of them. Each challenge you face equips you with skills, knowledge, and strength that prepare you for future opportunities. Remember, resilience is not about avoiding falls but about mastering the art of rising each time you do. Practical tools to cultivate resilience. 1. The Resilience Roadmap. Chart out your goals and potential obstacles. Plan responses to challenges in advance to feel prepared when they arise. 2. Accountability partners. Share your progress and setbacks with someone who can offer perspective and encouragement. 3. Set resilience benchmarks. Celebrate specific milestones that indicate growth, such as facing a feared situation or recovering quickly from a setback. 4. Daily resilience rituals. Incorporate habits like meditation, exercise, or journaling into your routine to build emotional and mental strength. Resilience is not a destination but a way of approaching life's challenges. It's the ability to look at setbacks not as endings but as opportunities to learn, grow, and rise stronger. The next time you face a setback, remember, it's not about how far you fall but how high you rise. By embracing resilience, you equip yourself to thrive in an unpredictable world, turning obstacles into opportunities and failures into fuel for growth. Chapter 5. Fearless Persistence, the Long Game of Growth. Persistence is the bridge between effort and achievement. While fear and setbacks may challenge your resolve, persistence ensures you stay on the path toward growth. This chapter delves into cultivating fearless persistence, building habits of consistency, and maintaining a long-term vision, even when progress feels slow. Consistency is the unsung hero of persistence. Small, sustained actions compound over time, creating momentum that leads to transformative results. Consider the story of Amir, an aspiring writer who struggled to finish his first book. Instead of waiting for inspiration, he committed to writing 500 words a day, no matter what. Months later, his book was complete. Amir's story illustrates how persistence, fueled by consistent effort, can turn aspirations into accomplishments. Most people abandon their goals not because they lack ability, but because they underestimate the importance of patience and resilience. The gap between effort and reward often feels daunting, especially when immediate results are absent. This phenomenon, known as the plateau of latent potential, occurs when progress is happening beneath the surface, invisible but crucial. To overcome this gap, shift your focus from immediate outcomes to consistent effort. Each small action you take contributes to the larger picture, even if the results aren't immediately visible. Habits form the foundation of fearless persistence. They automate your actions, reducing the mental energy required to stay consistent. Here are 3 steps to build habits that reinforce persistence. 1. Start small. Begin with habits that feel manageable. For example, if you want to exercise regularly, start with a 5-minute walk. 2. Anchor to existing routines. Attach new habits to established ones. For instance, meditate for 5 minutes after brushing your teeth. 3. Celebrate progress. Acknowledge your efforts, no matter how small. Positive reinforcement strengthens habit formation. Fear often tempts us to quit. It whispers that our efforts are futile or that we're not good enough. But persistence is not about silencing fear, it's about moving forward despite it. When fear arises, remind yourself why you started. Revisit your purpose and visualize the outcomes you're striving for. Maria, a novice runner, decided to train for a marathon. Early in her journey, she faced injuries, self-doubt, and moments of exhaustion. What kept her going was breaking her goal into smaller milestones. She celebrated every 5K she completed, leaning on a supportive running group for encouragement. On race day, Maria crossed the finish line, not as the fastest runner, but as someone who persisted against all odds. A growth mindset is essential for fearless persistence. It helps you view challenges as opportunities to learn rather than obstacles to avoid. With a growth mindset, setbacks become stepping stones and progress, no matter how slow, is seen as valuable. Here are 3 ways to nurture a growth mindset. 1. Embrace feedback. See constructive criticism as a tool for improvement, not a personal attack. 2. Reframe failure. Treat failures as experiments that provide valuable data. 3. Celebrate effort over outcome. Focus on the process, knowing that the journey shapes the destination. Persistence requires a long-term perspective. Instead of seeking immediate gratification, focus on the broader vision. Visualize where you want to be in 5, 10, or 20 years, and align your daily actions with that vision. Imagine planting a tree. At first, it seems like nothing is happening, but beneath the soil, roots are growing, laying the foundation for a towering oak. Your efforts work the same way. Trust the process, even when progress feels invisible. Persistence doesn't mean ignoring your limits. Burnout is a real risk, especially when you push too hard for too long. To maintain your energy and motivation, practice these self-care strategies. 1. Set boundaries. Protect your time and energy by saying no to unnecessary commitments. 2. Schedule rest. Incorporate regular breaks into your routine to recharge. 3. Find joy in the journey. Engage in activities that make the process enjoyable. Thomas Edison's persistence is legendary. He conducted over 1,000 unsuccessful experiments before inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures, Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His relentless persistence turned setbacks into stepping stones, illuminating the world, literally. Practical exercises for fearless persistence. 1. The weekly progress review. Dedicate time each week to reflect on your progress. Identify what worked, what didn't, and what you'll adjust moving forward. 2. The visual goal board. Create a visual representation of your goals and display it somewhere visible. This serves as a daily reminder of your why. 3. The accountability partner. Share your goals with someone who will hold you accountable and celebrate your milestones. 4. The gratitude practice. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, fueling your motivation. Persistence inspires those around you. When you refuse to give up, you set an example for others to follow. Leaders who demonstrate persistence foster cultures of resilience and determination. Consider Elijah, a teacher who championed a struggling school's turnaround. Through consistent effort, innovative teaching methods, and relentless belief in his students, he transformed the school into a model of success. Elijah's persistence created ripples that impacted countless lives. Fearless persistence is not about never wavering. It's about continuing to move forward, even when doubt creeps in. It's about believing in the process, trusting the journey, and committing to growth, no matter how long it takes. As you cultivate persistence, remember that every small step matters. Progress may not always be visible, but it is always happening. Keep showing up, keep striving, and keep believing. With fearless persistence, there's nothing you cannot achieve. Chapter 6. The Ripple Effect. How your growth impacts others. Growth is never an isolated event. Every time you take a step toward becoming a better version of yourself, you create ripples that extend far beyond your immediate world. This chapter explores the transformative power of personal growth on relationships, communities, and even society at large. When you grow, the people around you benefit. Your courage inspires their courage, your resilience reinforces their own, and your success expands the possibilities they see for themselves. Growth is contagious, a shared energy that multiplies when nurtured. Consider Leah's story. A shy student, she decided to join her university's debate team to conquer her fear of public speaking. Her growth journey inspired her friends to step out of their comfort zones too. One started performing at open mic nights, while another launched a student organization. Leah's willingness to face her fears created a ripple effect, empowering her circle to pursue their own growth. Relationships are both a catalyst and a beneficiary of growth. The people you surround yourself with can inspire, challenge, and support you. In turn, your growth enriches these connections. Here's how growth strengthens relationships. 1. Enhanced empathy. Personal development often involves greater self-awareness, which fosters deeper empathy for others. 2. Shared aspirations. When you grow, you inspire others to aim higher, creating shared goals that strengthen bonds. 3. Stronger support systems. As you learn to navigate challenges, you become a pillar of support for others facing similar struggles. Emma, a manager at a growing tech startup, struggled with delegation. Her personal growth journey included leadership training, where she learned to trust her team and communicate effectively. Her transformation not only improved her professional relationships, but also empowered her team to take ownership and excel in their roles. Emma's growth directly contributed to her team's success and the company's overall growth. When individuals grow, communities transform. A single act of courage, generosity, or innovation can inspire collective action. Think of movements sparked by one person's bravery, like Malala Yousafzai's fight for girls' education or Greta Thunberg's climate advocacy. Their personal growth ignited global conversations and actions. Even on a smaller scale, your growth can uplift your community. For example, learning a new skill can enable you to mentor others. Overcoming a personal challenge might inspire a friend to seek help for their own struggles. Our actions, however small, contribute to the greater good. Practical ways to create positive ripples. 1. Share your story. Be open about your growth journey. Your vulnerability can inspire others to embark on their own. 2. Mentor or support others. Use your experiences to guide those who are just starting their journey. 3. Engage in your community. Volunteer, lead initiatives, or simply be a source of positivity and encouragement. 4. Model resilience. Show others that setbacks are not endpoints but opportunities to learn and grow. In a hyper-connected world, your growth can reach farther than ever. Social media, blogs, and platforms like YouTube amplify your voice, enabling your story to inspire people you've never met. Sharing your lessons, successes, and even failures creates ripples that extend across borders and cultures. Consider the example of Maya, a fitness enthusiast who started sharing her health journey online. Her vulnerability and tips motivated thousands to adopt healthier lifestyles, proving that one person's growth can influence countless others. As your growth impacts others, their growth in turn fuels yours. This creates a feedback loop. The more you give, the more you receive. Helping others achieve their goals often deepens your own understanding and strengthens your commitment to growth. Practical exercises for amplifying your ripple effect. 1. Identify your circle of influence. Reflect on the people and communities you interact with regularly. How can your growth positively impact them? 2. Celebrate collective wins. Acknowledge the successes of those around you and recognize how your journey has contributed to theirs. 3. Pay it forward. Whenever you achieve a milestone, think of ways to share your knowledge, resources, or encouragement with others. 4. Reflect on your impact. Keep a journal of moments when your growth inspired or helped someone else. This reinforces the value of your efforts. Jacob, an avid gardener, started a small community garden project to share his love for plants. Over time, neighbors joined, forming a thriving community space. Jacob's personal passion for gardening created ripples that fostered connection, sustainability, and shared purpose within his neighborhood. Your growth is part of a larger story, a legacy that shapes the world for future generations. Every step you take toward becoming your best self contributes to this narrative. Whether through your relationships, community involvement, or global influence, your growth leaves an indelible mark. As you create ripples, it's essential to balance humility with your influence. Growth is not about boasting, it's about sharing insights in a way that uplifts and empowers others. By focusing on service rather than self-promotion, your ripple effect becomes authentic and enduring. Practical tools to expand your impact. 1. Teach what you learn. Share your skills and knowledge through workshops, tutorials, or informal mentoring. 2. Amplify voices. Use your platform to highlight others' growth stories and contributions. 3. Collaborate on projects. Partner with others to create initiatives that drive collective progress. 4. Express gratitude. Acknowledge those who have influenced your journey, reinforcing the cycle of mutual growth. Never underestimate the impact of your growth. Every action you take, no matter how small, creates ripples that extend far beyond what you can see. By committing to your journey, you not only transform yourself but also inspire and uplift those around you. As you move forward, remember that growth is a shared experience. The ripples you create today may become waves of change tomorrow. Embrace your role as a catalyst, and trust that your efforts are making the world a better place. Chapter 7. Embracing the uncertainty of success. Success is not a final destination, it is an evolving journey. The uncertainty that accompanies success is often overlooked, yet it plays a critical role in personal and professional growth. This chapter dives into embracing unpredictability, adapting to change, and thriving in the dynamic nature of success. Uncertainty is a natural byproduct of success. Each achievement opens the door to new challenges, responsibilities, and unknowns. While this unpredictability can feel unsettling, it is also a sign of progress. Growth happens in the spaces where certainty ends and possibility begins. Consider Elena, a marketing professional who was promoted to a leadership role. The new position brought opportunities but also a steep learning curve. Instead of retreating into self-doubt, she leaned into the uncertainty, seeking mentorship and building new skills. Her willingness to embrace the unknown allowed her to thrive in her role. Rather than fearing the unknown, see it as an opportunity to innovate and expand. Uncertainty encourages exploration, creativity, and resilience. Here are 3 ways to reframe uncertainty. 1. Shift your perspective. View uncertainty as a challenge to be solved rather than a problem to be avoided. 2. Focus on possibilities. Ask yourself, what new opportunities could arise from this situation? 3. Trust the process. Believe that each step, even when unclear, is contributing to your growth. Adaptability is the cornerstone of thriving in uncertainty. The ability to pivot, adjust expectations, and embrace change ensures that you remain resilient in the face of unpredictability. Developing adaptability involves 1. Maintaining flexibility. Be willing to change your approach when circumstances shift. 2. Building emotional resilience. Cultivate a mindset that remains steady amidst turbulence. 3. Practicing curiosity. Approach uncertainty with a sense of wonder rather than fear. Liam started a tech company with a clear vision, but market changes forced him to reevaluate his business model. Instead of clinging to his original plan, he embraced adaptability. By pivoting to meet new demands, Liam not only saved his company but also discovered a more profitable niche. His ability to navigate uncertainty turned potential failure into success. While ambition drives growth, staying grounded ensures that success remains sustainable. Balancing these forces requires 1. Setting clear intentions. Define what success means to you beyond external metrics. 2. Staying present. Focus on the current moment rather than fixating on future uncertainties. 3. Celebrating milestones. Acknowledge your achievements without losing sight of your long-term vision. Practical tools for embracing uncertainty. 1. Mindfulness practices. Engage in daily meditation or deep breathing exercises to center yourself during uncertain times. 2. The what-if exercise. Write down your fears about uncertainty and counter them with positive possibilities. 3. Scenario planning. Consider multiple outcomes for a situation and prepare for each. 4. Journaling. Reflect on past moments of uncertainty and how you overcame them to build confidence in your ability to navigate the unknown. Some of the most groundbreaking innovations arise from uncertain situations. When the path forward isn't clear, creativity flourishes. Companies like Apple and Tesla thrived because their leaders embraced ambiguity, taking calculated risks to redefine industries. Your personal growth works the same way. When you step into uncertainty, you unlock potential you didn't know existed. Trust that your ability to adapt will guide you toward success. Navigating uncertainty is easier when you're surrounded by supportive individuals. Build a network of mentors, peers, and friends who can provide guidance, encouragement, and perspective. Share your experiences and lean on others when the path feels unclear. Sophia, a nonprofit director, faced uncertainty when funding cuts threatened her organization. By rallying her network, she secured alternative resources and implemented innovative programs. Her willingness to embrace uncertainty not only preserved her organization but also expanded its impact on the community. A growth mindset is essential for thriving in unpredictable situations. It allows you to view uncertainty as a chance to learn and evolve. Embrace challenges as opportunities to build new skills, deepen your understanding, and strengthen your resilience. Gratitude can anchor you when uncertainty feels overwhelming. Focus on what you have achieved and the support systems around you. Gratitude shifts your perspective from fear to abundance, reminding you of your capabilities and resources. Uncertainty often creates a cycle of growth and feedback. When you act despite the unknown, you gather information that informs your next steps. Each action brings clarity, and that clarity reduces fear, enabling further action. This loop reinforces your ability to navigate uncertainty over time. Practical exercises for thriving in uncertainty. 1. Daily reflection. Spend 5 minutes each day reflecting on what uncertainties you faced and how you managed them. 2. Seek feedback. Regularly ask for input from trusted individuals to refine your approach and adapt. 3. Experimentation. Try something new each week, even if it feels uncomfortable. Embrace the learning that comes from taking small risks. 4. Vision recalibration. Periodically revisit your long-term goals and adjust them based on new insights and opportunities. Jordan, an architect, faced significant uncertainty when his industry shifted towards sustainable design. Instead of resisting, he embraced the change by learning new skills and networking with sustainability experts. His willingness to adapt not only secured his career but also positioned him as a leader in the field. Jordan's story highlights how thriving in uncertainty can lead to unexpected success. Success and uncertainty are intertwined. By embracing the unpredictable nature of growth, you position yourself to achieve even greater heights. Remember, uncertainty is not a sign of failure but a hallmark of progress. Trust yourself, stay adaptable, and lean into the unknown with confidence. As you continue your journey, embrace each twist and turn as part of your evolution. The path may be uncertain, but your potential is limitless. Chapter 8. The Infinite Game. Growth Without Limits. Growth is not a race with a finish line, it is an infinite game. Unlike finite games, where there are winners and losers, growth is a continuous journey with evolving goals. This chapter explores how to embrace the infinite nature of personal development and the mindset required to thrive without boundaries. The concept of the infinite game, coined by philosopher James P. Carson, popularized by Simon Sinek, shifts the focus from competition to longevity. In the context of personal growth, this means valuing persistence, adaptability, and purpose over temporary milestones or achievements. Success is not about arriving at a destination but staying engaged in the process. Consider Hannah, an artist who initially pursued success through exhibitions and sales. Over time, she realized her joy came from the creative process itself. By reframing her journey as an infinite game, Hannah found lasting fulfillment, detached from external validation. In an infinite game, goals are dynamic. As you grow, your aspirations evolve to reflect your newfound knowledge, skills, and values. Staying open to this evolution allows you to continually align your actions with your deeper purpose. Ask yourself: 1. What drives me now? Identify how your priorities have shifted over time. 2. Where can I contribute most meaningfully? Focus on areas where your growth creates impact. 3. How can I sustain joy in the journey? Emphasize experiences that energize and fulfill you. In an infinite game, learning is perpetual. Growth requires curiosity, humility, and the willingness to challenge assumptions. Embracing a mindset of lifelong learning ensures that you remain adaptable and relevant in an ever-changing world. 1. Stay curious. Seek out new perspectives, skills, and experiences. 2. Learn from failure. Treat mistakes as opportunities to gain insights and improve. 3. Invest in relationships. Collaborate with others to exchange knowledge and expand your horizons. Daniel, a mid-career professional, found himself at a crossroads when his industry underwent rapid technological change. Rather than resist, he embraced lifelong learning, enrolling in courses and building new skills. His openness to growth allowed him to pivot into a fulfilling new role, demonstrating that adaptability and learning are key to thriving in the infinite game. Growth is most meaningful when it extends beyond the self. Contributing to others amplifies the impact of your journey and creates a legacy of positive change. Whether through mentoring, volunteering, or sharing your story, your growth becomes a force for good. Consider Maya, who used her personal transformation to inspire others through public speaking. Her willingness to share her journey created ripples of motivation, proving that growth is not just about personal gain but collective progress. Without a definitive endpoint, Staying motivated in an infinite game requires 1. Clarity of purpose. Revisit your why regularly to ensure alignment. 2. Celebration of progress. Honor small victories to maintain momentum. 3. Resilience in setbacks. Recognize that challenges are part of the process, not deterrents. Practical tools for embracing the infinite game. 1. Reflection practice. Set aside time each month to assess your growth, adjust goals, and realign with your purpose. 2. Vision recalibration. Reimagine your long-term vision as you achieve milestones and gain clarity. 3. Community building. Surround yourself with people who share your values and encourage your growth journey. 4. Gratitude journal. Regularly document aspects of the process you appreciate to stay grounded and inspired. Engaging in the infinite game inspires others to do the same. As you evolve, you pave the way for those around you to embrace continuous growth. Leaders who model this mindset create cultures of innovation, resilience, and shared purpose. Imagine a small business transitioning from survival mode to a thriving enterprise by adopting the principles of the infinite game. By focusing on long-term relationships, fostering a learning culture, and prioritizing values over profits, the company not only achieved financial success but also became a model of sustainable growth. In the infinite game, success is not measured by accolades but by the quality of the journey. It's about finding fulfillment in the process and making a positive impact. By redefining success, you free yourself from societal pressures and embrace a more authentic path. While ambition drives you forward, presence ensures that you stay connected to the moment. Balancing these forces creates harmony, allowing you to pursue growth without sacrificing well-being. 1. Be present. Practice mindfulness to stay grounded in the here and now. 2. Pursue meaningful goals. Focus on goals that resonate with your values rather than chasing external validation. 3. Celebrate the process. Find joy in the small steps and everyday actions that make up the journey. Your commitment to growth leaves a legacy that extends beyond your lifetime. The skills you develop, the people you inspire, and the contributions you make create a ripple effect that shapes the world for future generations. By embracing the infinite game, you become a catalyst for change that transcends time. The infinite game of growth is an invitation to live fully, learn endlessly, and contribute meaningfully. It is a journey of curiosity, resilience, and purpose that knows no boundaries. Embrace the unknown, celebrate the process, and trust that your efforts are shaping a better version of yourself and the world. As you close this book, remember that your growth story is far from over. Each day presents new opportunities to expand, learn, and inspire. Keep playing the infinite game, knowing that your journey matters not just to you but to everyone your life touches. Take care and be well.